Okay, wanted to make sure I had volume. Today is day 2 of 1.6. 1.6 day 2. Okay, so we learned how to multiply by the same, and it was a lot of work to come up with. If you're multiplying two negatives, it will be positive. If you're multiplying two positives, it will be positive. So in this case, it's a negative times a negative, so it's positive 12. Done. This one down here, it's a negative 1 times negative 24. Two negatives make a positive. So therefore, the answer is 24. Most of you figured that out over here. If you didn't use the video, then we talked about it in class. So A, negative 41 times negative 1 is negative 41. And describe how you use the property of multiplication to find the product. Okay, because negative means opposite, or could be used as the same way as the word opposite. When you multiply a negative times a negative, you are really taking the opposite of the opposite. So a number line example is if I know that this is 2, 4, 6. This, just like old school, this is a group of negative 2. That's one group. This is a group of negative 2. And this is a group of negative 2. This side in green means 3 times negative 2. Okay? But if I need to do negative 3 times negative 2, if my answer is negative 6, and I forgot to label that, my bad. What we learned in our first little part is the opposite. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 4, 6. Our opposite numbers are just the negative of the number. So if I have to take the opposite of 3 times negative 2, that would mean that it has to go to the opposite side, where it is negative 6, or positive 6. And I know that we discussed that in class, and it's really hard to put to words. That's why I tried to use a picture. But it's basically taking the opposite of. And some teachers would even write this as the opposite of 3 times negative 2. Okay, because you deal with the 3 times negative 2 first, and you get your opposite, which is negative 6. But you still have to bring down this negative. Well, that looks like what we do when we add our, I'm not going to go there, but the opposite of an opposite means it just goes back and forth on our number line. Okay, which product is greater? Negative 4 times negative 6, well, that would be 24, positive. And negative 7 times negative 8, which is 56, and it's positive. They are both positive numbers. And 56 is further or greater. We're going to use the word greater. Greater than 24. Not sure what they're looking for there, but that's what I'm going to give them. I believe we have already done everything else, so we are finished.